Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. We are a whiskey review channel.
Yes.
So if you're new, tune in. If you enjoy whiskey reviews, we do Scotch, all kinds of whiskeys,
Sometimes rum.
sometimes rums. We even make cocktails and we do whiskey reviews. So if it is your cup of tea, as it were, stick around and see if you like it. If you do, please hit the subscribe button. Those of our friends and family out there that follow us, we're coming at you with a whiskey review, a Scotch whiskey review. Mm-hmm. This is Johnny Walker Black Label Travel Exclusive, donated. It's not a complete video without the dogs barking. This bottle is donated to us. We do have to give it back to a coworker.
Oh yeah, we should fill these up more then.
Yeah, a coworker, friend of ours. I'll help him out.
Thanks, bro.
Josh, thanks, buddy, for donating this bottle. He went on a cruise ship with his family. It is yeah, no kidding. It is a exclusive product that they use for cruise ships and certain travel.
You say certain?
Certain, I don't know. From certain travel exclusion stuff, I don't know. You can't get it hardly anywhere except on cruise ships and stuff like that.
I wonder why. You know the reason?
No, and he didn't either. And I researched a little bit. It's probably just a way for them to market a different product. This particular Johnny Walker Triple Cask Edition is finished in 3 different casks. First one, American Bourbon casks. The second one is Scottish regular old whiskey casks, or hogsheads as they're referred to. And the third one, some unique stuff that should bring out some neat flavors, is a Caribbean rum cask. Should be exciting. Should get some tropical notes maybe from it, I'm thinking. It does not have an age statement. I do have the box here. Yeah, there is no age statement on it. It is 80 proof. Johnny Walker's pretty notorious. They're pretty famous for sticking to the normal 80 proof, 40 ABV or blended scotches. I think that's how they keep that consistency with all of their expressions. I cheated. We've been sitting on this bottle for a few weeks now because we had so many to review from when we went on our trip.
Already?
I did. I told Josh one day at work, I said, I kind of broke down because he asked, he's like, hey, have you tried that Scotch yet? And I said, no. And then the next week I'm like, yeah. I couldn't keep it from it. I had to try it. It was, if I remember correctly, it was really good. Those rum notes were characteristic, and you could tell from the other Johnny Walker expressions that it was different.
That is definitely not your run-of-the-mill Johnny Walker Black.
No, it's not. So color-wise, typical Johnny Walker. I don't think it's non-chill filtered or anything like that. I don't know that Johnny Walker adds any color or that E150A to their products.
I would say, the color-wise, they probably don't.
It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I would agree with you. Legs on this, I just swirled it for once.
They're pretty medium, I thought, when I looked at mine.
Are they? Yeah. Mine's slow. They're not dropping yet. There they go. They're starting.
It's like they start out slow and
then they start dropping down. That leg is when you roll whiskey around your glass, and if it's a clean glass and it's dry, you roll your whiskey one time or two, just a couple good rolls. Then you see where that line is that goes around, and you watch. It's called the viscosity level of that spirit as it runs down. A slower running legs, they call it, and it's the same with the wine community too. You're watching. If it's a very slow legs, typically it's a heavier bodied spirit or a
more oily.
More oily. Perfect. That's the word I was looking for.
Gotcha,
and so it will linger on your palate a little bit longer, so you'll be able to enjoy that finish a little bit longer than a really quick, sharp legs finish. So yeah, it is. I'd say it's a good a good consistent medium
Right.
medium legs. Color's good. I haven't gone in for a nose.
I get that heavy Caribbean cat. It's got to be
There's
that
that
rum,
rum characteristic.
coconutty.
Tropical fruit.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that tropical fruit note.
With like the green
Coconut.
grape.
And there's a little bit of oak.
Yeah.
Maybe a really small hint of
A
oak.
little vanilla, like caramely vanilla kind
Caramel, yeah. I'm searching
Got a
for
good
vanilla,
nose.
but I can't get any real vanillas. The tropical's pretty,
Yeah, that's heavy.
some floral characteristics. It has a really nice
It's got a
nose.
pleasant nose.
Yeah,
yes.
it does. Boy, that coconut
Yeah.
is really dominant. Thank you, Josh, for
Yeah,
loaning
thank
us
you.
this bottle.
And you have an awesome name.
Yeah. Oh man.
Let's try it.
We give it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody. First impression, a little alcohol burn, but not much.
Get a lot of that typical Johnny Walker flavor, but then it's got that rum hint. Okay, what is that? Besides this thing, like a rum.
Coconut
Yeah.
or yeah, there's a lot of rum notes with that. Tropical, kind of tropical, floral.
Still has a lot of
Rum.
woodiness to me.
There is some I don't want to use the word, but the only thing that comes to mind is with wood is kind of astringent.
Yeah.
Kind of that, it's kind of a sharp wood character note.
Almost something you would expect to be aged a little longer.
Yes.
Or it's
So-
just all the different casks, maybe.
Maybe
They impart their own little, you know,
nuances with
wood
each one.
characteristic.
It might be a hint of leather. You know, that leather, that kind of leather characteristic.
It's very dry. Does it seem dry to you?
Yeah, it is. A little bit too much air there right after. Yeah, it is. It's very drying. You know what? Interestingly enough, there's a little bit of a drying wine note,
Yes. Yep.
I would say, in that, which is kind of cool. I don't know where they pull everything from. The Caribbean rum is not anything like your
It's not
Oloroso
super
sherry.
sweet.
Or
Yeah, like
your-
I thought it would be.
Right. It is dry. There's some tropical notes. Your rum notes for sure, definitely dominant in that.
I feel like the nose, for me, the nose is better than the flavor.
Yeah, the nose is really pleasant. The after finish, there's a little bit of an after, kind of an after kick that's not in a bad way, but kind of a stale rum way. And I think that is
Like in
the
the
rum.
old barrel.
Right. Maybe like an over-aged, an over-oaked barrel. It's hard to say.
Sometimes though, like some of those, I know like Jameson does them, like they age them, they put them in like a Guinness cask, and the finish is just stale beer.
Right.
It's
Which
not
we
good
had
to
that
me.
one.
Yeah, I don't think it's good, but it's not like the good part of beer. It's like an old stale beer.
Right.
And I kind of feel like that has a little of that. It's not like a fresh rum finish. It's like an old.
It's
got that
musty.
Yeah,
musty.
Yes. Like astringent was good too. I think
Yeah,
that's
musty.
a good.
There's a musty characteristic in it, which is different than your regular Johnny Walker blends that they have out there. Not a bad whiskey.
No,
it's
not
unique,
bad. It's definitely unique.
and the rum characteristic is is interesting in it. I
Right.
enjoy it. It's different than when I first tried it a
Yeah.
few weeks ago. I had it up here watching TV and stuff and sipping on it, and I thought it had a different flavor, but you know, it could have been what I had for dinner or whatnot before. It is a good whiskey.
It's definitely different.
It is completely different than their regular profile.
If I tried that and you didn't tell me it was a Scotch, I don't know. I don't know if I could pinpoint what it was.
If you were blindfolded and drinking,
Like if you just said, "Here, try this whiskey," try to guess. I mean, obviously,
Okay.
I would know it wasn't a bourbon, but I would probably think it was some kind of Scotch or maybe even an Irish with some weird barrel finish. It's just got that rum cask. I think is such a different twist on it.
it does. It almost gives it a fruit, a rum fruit note that could lead you to think it was a different finished Irish.
Yes, yeah. That's what I mean. It's just like I said. It's just a definitely different flavor than I've
Yeah.
ever encountered. I think with a
Yeah.
Scotch.
It's a neat one.
Yeah.
If you're traveling, if
Did you
you're
tell you how much it was?
gosh,
Because that's a 1,000 milliliter bottle.
yeah, that's a big bottle. Josh, we didn't realize how big a bottle this was.
I did as soon as I saw
He
it.
spotted it right
Oh,
off.
that's a big bottle.
And I'm like, really? I thought it was a 750 milliliter. He's like, no, bro, it's what it was, 1,000 milliliter.
milliliter.
Yeah, so way to buy big.
Yeah. But you don't even know when you're going to get it again.
You don't probably
I'll
never,
never
unless
go
you.
on a cruise. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it someday, but I don't know. Ships sink.
Yeah, they crash and they overflow with sewage. And then what are you
Remember the
gonna do?
Titanic.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, that's funny for a Navy guy.
Yeah.
I think that. I don't
You like submarines?
No,
Long and hard and full of semen?
no,
That's what you love.
not really.
Gross.
All that recirculated air, breathing somebody's farts for. Nope, not for me. Anyway, it is a good whiskey. The finish is tropical on the finish. It
Unique-
lingers.
It's definitely a unique
It is.
add to your collection. I'd probably get it if I was.
Yeah. Yeah, for the expression, it is
Yeah.
so different.
And I think it's one of those things, if you had a couple of them,
yeah.
if I drank it over, a few months, and I
Yeah. Would you
just
think
gets
water would do anything to it?
probably.
Should we try a splash of water? What do you all think? Maybe we should try some water.
That's right.
Because the Scots add water to everything. So a little water might change the profile. It might bring out more of the tropical. It might deaden it. It might bring out more of the blends.
Oh, that might have been
Or
too much.
some of the other stuff that's in there. So let's see what a splash of water
But now it just smells like Johnny Walker. To me, it took that rum characteristic out on the nose.
I still have it, but I don't think I added as much water
I
as you
think I
did.
did a little too much, probably, but
I've still got the rum notes. It brought more of the normal Johnny Walker black label
Yep.
forward, and it kind of subdued the rum notes.
Yep.
So a little water. It is an 80 proof, so we're dropping it below. But yeah, it deadened some of the tropical notes and brought more of the classic Johnny Walker
Right.
black label out. So
I think it's a little better.
I think
The
so.
water.
Yeah, a little water is good. And I think, Josh, I can't remember if you have had some of this before you gave me this, but you're kind of a fan of adding a little splash of water or some ice with your whiskey as you're drinking it. So I think with this one, you'll be well served having it with some water or maybe a cube or two of
Right.
ice.
I agree. I think a little water helped it. I would like to have maybe a couple drops in the beginning. I think it would have been perfect.
Yep. Good whiskey. It's unique. It's kind of rare. If you can get it, or you go on a cruise ship and you see it, and you're a whiskey collector and you want to have some in your collection, that's
Yeah,
probably
it's good.
probably the only place you're going to get
Especially if
it.
you like the Johnny Walker
Oh
products.
yeah, and they've been around for so long. They're never going to put out a product that's not good.
Right. Not drinkable.
No, absolutely not. So I would give it a thumbs
Yeah.
up. It is different. If you're after a typical Johnny Walker expression, I would stay away from it. You're not getting the typical Johnny Walker profile. But
you are getting a twist on Johnny Walker.
yes, which is unique.
It's unique.
And definitely worth adding to collections,
Correct.
I think.
Yeah.
Price, I can't remember what he was telling me.
I can't imagine it's super
I
expensive.
think
It's got to be around the same price as a double black or Johnny
I think
Walker
so.
Black.
Josh, you are a subscriber to our channel. So
Put it in the comments.
put a comment below when this comes out and say, hey, fools, I paid this much for it. So
told
let
you
us
3
know.
times.
Yeah, and you forgot. So make a comment so that everybody watching can see what that price was on your guys' trip and what you paid for it. I don't think it was over $70. I don't think it
wouldn't
was.
It would be.
But don't quote me on it. We hope everybody is enjoying the show. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button. We hope you're having a dram with us. If you're new to the channel, stick around, follow us if it is your cup of tea.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And as always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons
Any way you like.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.